Hey everyone, this is Chase at Rocky Mountain ATV, and this is our overview of the 2019 CRF250F from Honda. All right, so if you've been following Honda's bike lineup for the last few years, and I'm sure a lot of you out there know that for 2019, they came out with a whole new entry-level lineup of bikes. So you've got the new 110F, they've got their 125F, their 125F big wheel, and the 250F, which we're gonna be talking about today. So I just gotta give it big props to Honda for spending the time, investing the money to bring new entry-level bikes to market that are gonna be more current, more up-to-date, with a lot of cool features. So if you are shopping for a new entry-level youth rider bike, definitely worth checking out the new lineup coming from Honda. So today in this video, we're just gonna be talking about the CRF250F. This is essentially replacing their 230F, which has been in their lineup for years. There's a lot of cool updates that we're gonna talk about. We're also just gonna talk about the specs of the bike, talk about the size, and really who this bike is intended for and what type of riding is gonna be best suited for this bike as well. So first, just let me start off by saying that at first look at this, you can see definitely updated when it comes to styling, more aggressive plastics now. It looks very similar to the CRF250R. But what you have to understand is that this bike is really more intended for trail and off-road use. Yes, you could take it to a track, but once a rider starts to get more advanced, doing bigger jumps, you're gonna have softer suspension on here, not as much travel. So really it's best suited for trail riding, off-road riding, and some light track use. So just something to keep in mind with that. But what's awesome about the 250F is one of the big updates that you have this year for 2019 is it's now fuel injected. And that goes for the other bikes that I already mentioned in their lineup. So no more carburetors, no more worrying about jetting, it's fuel injected. Also, what's great about that, it's a now green sticker bike. So when you're riding this off-road, you're completely legal when it comes to emissions, and that's just gonna make it easier on everybody. So when we talk about specs on this bike, you're a 249cc air-cooled 4-stroke engine. It's a 5-speed manual transmission, so you're shifting through all the gears. I already mentioned it's fuel injected, so no carburetor there. It is an electric start, which is great for entry-level riders. They don't have to kick the bike over. You do have a keyed ignition, so there's a key that you do have to turn on in order to start the bike. And also what I like too is that there's a fuel light. So, for a lot of entry-level riders who maybe aren't thinking too much about their fuel, well, you actually have a light that's gonna come on and let you know that your fuel levels are running low. As far as the suspension goes, you're 8.5 inches in the front for travel, you're 9 inches in the back. So, like I mentioned earlier, not as much travel as their 250R motocross bike. So just something to keep in mind when you are maybe gonna try and send it on some of those bigger jumps. Now you've got a disc brake in the front and the rear, so you've got great brakes on this. You've got a full-size 21-inch front tire, 18-inch rear tire in the back, 1.6 gallon fuel capacity. And here's what I love about this bike is the seat height. So the seat height is actually 34.8 inches. When you compare that to the 250R, which is their motocross bike, that bike is 37.8 inches. So it's 3 inches shorter. So that's really where it's gonna come in handy for, again, those entry-level youth riders, wife, girlfriend, riders like me who are vertically challenged, a little bit shorter. This is just gonna make it easier to get on the bike, get both feet on the ground, and just give a little bit more confidence to the rider. My only nitpick with the bike is probably the weight. When this thing's fully fueled up, it's 265 pounds, so it is pretty heavy. It's heavier than the 250R, the motocross bike. So if I had one nitpick about it, that's it. Other than that, I think it's a rock solid bike. Now let's talk about the important thing. What size rider is a good fit for this bike? Now, if you want to see how it stacks up to other bikes from other manufacturers, you can look at the chart that we have, but you can use me as a frame of reference. I am 5'7", a little vertically challenged. So when I get on this bike, you can see I can comfortably touch my feet to the ground, but the bike isn't too short to where I feel like I'm on a little bike, but it's definitely shorter, like I said, than the 250R. So for riders that are just starting out, it definitely gives confidence when you're able to get your feet to the ground a little bit easier. So if you're kind of wondering what size rider, just use me as a frame of reference. That's gonna really help you out. Now that out of the way, let's just talk about a few parts that we bolted onto this bike just to make it a little bit better and upgrade a few of the things that come with it right off the showroom floor. So first up, let's talk about the front here, handlebars. The handlebars that come stock on this bike are just 7/8 steel handlebars. Steel handlebars are great because they're inexpensive, but they do bend pretty dang easily when you have a crash or tip over. For an entry-level rider, it's probably gonna happen sooner than later. So we've upgraded those. So we've got the Tusk Universal Big Bar clamps on here, which allows us to upgrade to a 1 1/8 handlebar. These are the Tusk Chubs. So they're made from aluminum, a lot stronger than steel. They're not gonna bend nearly as easy. And then you can see we've got the ODI Ruffian grips. Stock grips are pretty firm. You know, for a rider just starting out, could hurt their hands, so it's nice to get a softer pair of grips on there. And then when you talk about levers, this is important. For youth riders, people who are just starting out, like I said, tip overs, crashes, probably gonna happen sooner than later, and most likely one of the first things to break is gonna be your levers. So it's never a bad idea to pick up a few aftermarket levers or OEM levers just to have with you just in case. But also, if you want some extra peace of mind, go with the full wraparound handguard. So we've got the Tusk D-Flex Pros on here. All you do is just knock out the end tube or the end cap of your throttle tube, also the end of your clutch side grip. They wrap completely around. They're gonna protect your levers. Also, if you're doing some trail riding, it's gonna protect the rider's hands as well. You can see we've got a couple Tusk bolt-on parts that are anodized, just give a cool look to the bike. Full Attack graphics kit that's customized for the rider who owns this bike. Now up here in the front, you can see we've got the Tusk wireless hour meter. I don't care if it's a brand new bike or used, I always recommend an hour meter. Keep track of your hours, know when you should be doing your service. What's great about the wireless, installs super easy. There's no wires attached, so it literally just goes right to the frame using adhesive. And the last thing you can see, we've got the FMF slip-on PowerCore 4 silencer. What's great about this, it adds a little bit of performance to the bike, but also it's spark arrested, so it's still gonna keep you legal on the trails, and it just looks a whole lot better than the stock exhaust that comes on the bike. Aside from that, you know, if you have one of these, you're just picking one up, you can see there's gonna be a lot of parts coming out for these, so what I would keep an eye, or you know, be on the lookout for is a skid plate. As soon as you can pick one up, I throw a skid plate on here. Also the foot pegs, you can see, not the biggest foot pegs in the world, so you know, for riders that are sitting down a lot or just getting started, maybe not a big deal, but for riders that are, you know, getting a little bit more advanced, standing up more, you know, getting more aggressive, it definitely helps to get some bigger foot pegs on there. But aside from that, these things come ready to rock and roll right off the showroom floor. So if you are considering, again, a bike for youth rider, entry level, wife, girlfriend, vertically challenged like myself, well, this could be a great option. Remember, get subscribed to our YouTube channel because we have a lot of other great dirt bike overviews for bikes, specifically for youth and entry-level riders. So if maybe this isn't the exact bike you're looking for and you want to check some others out, we have a whole lot more just like it, so get subscribed. If you have any questions or comments about it, we'd love to get those answered, so ask those below. Remember, to pick up all the parts and accessories that you need for your CRF250F, head over to RockyMountainATVMC.com. Orders over $75 ship free. And as always, subscribe. That way you stay up to date on the latest gear guides, product reviews, and how-to videos that we're constantly filming. I am Chase. We'll see you on the trails.